What the hell?
Week 6 featured a Sunday night showdown that 2 months ago had all the makings of a marquee matchup. Star players, Super Bowl contending teams, and then, well, the season actually started. Much to the dismay of the schedule makers, the 2-3 Chargers faced the 3-1 Pats without the likes of Tom Brady and Sean Merriman. The result, as you saw, a 20-point Chargers win and perhaps a turning point for both clubs. Here to take a closer look at the AFC 6 weeks in, NFL analyst Cordell Stewart and Jamal Anderson. You heard Jamal was very excited. He's very excited to talk already. This is what it's like here on Mondays. It's crazy. I know you guys want to talk college football with me instead of the NFL, but we're going to focus on the NFL instead. We're 5 games in, and you look at this Patriots team, 3-2 now. How much longer are the Pats going to hang on and keep Matt Castle there as their quarterback?
That's a good question. Matt Castle hadn't really done too much at all, even in the preseason. And now with this football team, the way they're constantly losing. I mean, I think Jamal and I talked about this is their second game where they lost by 20 points, and this hadn't happened.
That doesn't happen to the Patriots, yeah.
Long time. But, you know, Matt Castle sometimes has a tendency to have happy feet, and it seems as if he wants to anticipate it, but because he's not sure where he needs to go with the football or whatever, he has a tendency to do some bonehead things, and it looks as if he really did just come out of high school sometimes when I watch him. I mean,
he hasn't started since.
Yeah. I mean, I think we got to be realistic. Yeah, I was excited today. It's a lot of stuff going on. This is a guy who played pretty decent when the season started, when the Patriots played defense and when they could run the football. Right. You cannot, in any circumstance, let Matt Castle be the guy who's going to have to throw you back into a football game. First of all, I counted at least 3 touchdowns that he left out there in miscompletes or bad passes. And then Randy Moss, look, dude, you have to compete. Quentin Jammer gets paid as well, too. If the ball touches your hand, put it away. Go catch the ball at its highest point. There's no way you think the Patriots are going to go into that football game. And, again, like you said, second time in 5 weeks, just 5 weeks that the Patriots have lost by 20 or more points. Certainly unfamiliar territory. When I flew in last night, it was real quiet around here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was. So how much longer, though? I mean, neither one of you guys gave me how much longer.
Well, they may call Vinny Testaverde in a minute.
Yeah, but the reality is he's the only guy right now. He's the only guy right now.
You can go out and get a veteran.
You can go out and get somebody. Yeah, maybe they do call Vinny Testaverde. That's been kind of the guy that they've been falling back on. But he's been the guy for so long, and it's not that he's played that bad. They got to do a better job of running the football. They have to play defense.
Lawrence Maroney not in the mix last night. So what did you learn? The Colts, a 31-3 blowout over the Ravens. What did you learn in that game?
I learned that Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison can make the Ravens defense look like it's a session of 9-on-7. I mean, it was crazy. Just when we're all talking about the Colts' demise, what's going on with these guys, Peyton Manning clearly has the best football game he's had this season thus far. I don't know what's been going on in there. And then even losing Joseph Adai, Rhodes was able to come in and capably fill in and do the things that he was able to do before he left to go for the Redskins. And you know, for the Raiders, but also the Colts defense got pressure. They got 4 sacks on Flacco. You actually saw a Colts football team more along the lines of what we're used to seeing. Right. Solid defense, flying around the football field. Peyton Manning to Marvin Harrison on a big Colts win.
He's hitting the receivers that he needed to hit, and he hitting them in stride, and that's what we hadn't seen the past few weeks. So he's coming to his own again. He's starting to be the Peyton Manning that we've seen.
31-3.
I mean, that wasn't even a game. That wasn't even a contest. Joe Flacco, though, earlier in the week, or I guess I should say later last week, Ravens said, this is our quarterback, this is our guy. Right. Is he the right quarterback to get them to the playoffs?
I mean, what are you going to do at this point? You're going to put Todd Bowman in? Troy Smith? Troy Smith, who we would have loved to see play, got that injury in the preseason. He hasn't been on a football field since. You can't make a change like this at this point in time right now. The Baltimore Ravens, what do you like to say? You are who we thought you are.
Okay, Denny Green.
Play defense, run the football. The game cannot be run through a rookie quarterback who, oh, by the way, Cordell, is responsible for 5 interceptions in the past 2 weeks. These are not things that we don't expect from rookie quarterbacks, but I don't expect to run the whole game plan through this guy when he is a rookie quarterback. You got to run the ball. I don't know what's going on with McGay. He left the game again. Got to run the football. Ray Rice is out now, and you got to play defense.
Big time. And the defense hadn't been playing as well as we all said they were going to pan out to be like this year at all. They hadn't done too much. They hadn't stopped. Ever since the Steelers game, it seemed like they've fallen off the map for the most part. But right here, when you watch when Peyton Manning's going out and doing the things he's doing this week, it seemed as if he had his way with them.
Baltimore Ravens giving up 31
I think they were third in the league?
Unheard of. The Jags and Broncos, one of the other games we want to look at. Jags get the win 24-17. Bigger win for Jacksonville or bigger loss for Denver?
Bigger win for Jacksonville because now you have a Tennessee Titan team who's in the lead. I think they're at 5-0.
Right.
With Indy winning that game yesterday against the Baltimore Ravens. I think it was imperative that Jacksonville went on the road and stole a win like this one in Broncos country. The defense, obviously, for the Broncos wasn't that good, but it's still a win for the Jacksonville Jaguars that keep them in a position to be contenders in that division, let alone a chance to go to the playoffs later on down the road in this conference.
A lot of us have been waiting for this, a Maurice Jones-Drew breakout game. Obviously he's got that whole trade-off with Fred Taylor going, but the guy's been on fire since he got into the NFL. You get an opportunity to get him the ball, run the ball consistently. David Garrard looked good. Jacksonville had to win this football game. Let's be realistic. The AFC West is garbage. I mean, San Diego won yesterday, but the Raiders are in the AFC West. The Broncos, you don't want to say could afford to lose this football game, but Jacksonville had to win based on what Indy did yesterday and what the Tennessee Titans have been doing.
You have friends on the Chargers team?
I do have friends.
I like get a phone call.
No. It's not that I don't like San Diego, but they won.
They haven't
yesterday.
Played well.
They haven't been the
all.
Charger team we expected them to be. Of course, you're losing one of your top players in Sean Merriman. I think they're making the adjustment now.
They weren't who we thought they were. All right, these guys are not going anywhere. The reason Jamal was so excited was because if you watched yesterday, there were 5 games that were all decided within the last 11 seconds of the game. We talked AFC now. We're going to talk about the NFC, including that wild finish in Phoenix with the Cardinals and Cowboys. That'll be in the second hour of the show. They won't go far. Don't go far either. But go near your computer. Our Sports Nation